5 coin that you should buy right now to make significant profit in the next 2 weeks to 1 month. I'm going to show you the exact take profit target and the step-by-step guide on how you should buy it in this very video. So pay attention. The first coin that you should consider buying right now is AVAX. If you come right here to the AVAX chart, you discover that market have been coming all the way to the downside, and it's very clear. One thing that is very important when you want to invest in crypto or any other financial asset is you buy when there is blood on the streets. That is, you buy when it's very, very low. From this very point, AVAX have been coming all the way to the downside, and it's very clear that this chart is going to move up very, very soon or almost immediately. So right now is the best time to buy where the price is at this very point right here of $19.37, this very area right here. And the market is going to move upward. Now, before I tell you the target you should expect this market to move into, if you look at this very point and you draw your trend line from this very area all the way to the downside, you discover that this market has broken out of this very trend line right here. And this is a very important trend line to pay attention to. Why? Because this is a resistance right here. We have resistance at this very point. We have resistance here, resistance right here, resistance at this very point, and right now markets have broken out right at this very point. What that means is market is going to continue this movement significantly all the way to the upside in the next 2 weeks to 1 month, and that is why you need to consider buying right now. And the target you should expect this coin to move into is this very area. The first area is this very point right at this very point, because I am looking at market moving upward. So your first take profit target is this very area. Why? Because market crashed all the way from here. So there is selling pressure right at this very point. So I'm expecting market to move into this area and possible retracement before continuation. And the second take profit target is within this very area. Why this area? This very point is an important point of interest. We see a very significant gap at this very point. So if market break out of this very area of resistance, then expect the market to move from here all the way to this very point. So your second take profit target on AVAX is at $30. That means first take profit target is at this very point of 24.82, about $25, and your second take profit target is $30. The second coin you should consider investing in right now to make significant profit in the next 2 weeks to 1 month is Chainlink. So link chart right here is looking very, very fine because market has been coming all the way to the downside. Remember, you invest when there is blood on the streets, not when there is excitement. And from this very price action, you discover that the market has been coming all the way to the downside. And if you take your Fibonacci retracement tool and you draw from this very move that we see earlier on the price action, market move from this very point to this very area, dump all the way to this very point, approaching the same level where the market moved from in the past. What that means is market have capability of moving from here to the upside. And if you take the Fibonacci retracement tool and you draw from here this very impulsive move all the way to this very area, you discover that the market have retraced below the 0.786 level at this very point, which means the market now have capability of moving from here to the upside in the next 2 weeks to 1 month, which is very important. And that is why buying from where the market is right now is very important and a nice thing to do. So what I am looking at right now is to take a buy position from this very point, and I am expecting that the market move upward. And your first take profit target on this very price action is at this very point of important resistance. That is $17. Okay, so if you buy here in the next 2 weeks to 1 month, market should move upward to this very point for you to collect profit. And your second take profit target is within this very area, because this is another key point of interest that we see on this very price action right at this very point. So markets break here, it should move into this very area, and the exact price you should pay attention to selling off if you buy right now is at this very point of $22. So the first take profit target right here is at this very price level of $17, and market break here, expect the market to move upward into this very area of $22 for one chain link. And this is very important if you buy from this very area right now. Taking profits in the next 2 weeks and 1 month is very, very possible. The third coin you should consider buying right now and making significant profits in the next 2 weeks to 1 month is ADA, that is Cardano. If you look at the price of Cardano, market move all the way to the upside. We see this very pump and market begin to decline gradually. And if you notice, this very point is an important support where the market is coming down to right at this very point. But obviously, from what I'm seeing in this chart, market should not have any aggressive dump all the way to the downside again on ADA. Rather, we should see the market recover all the way to the upside, and that is why it is a good buy right now. So if you take a buy position at this very point, market should move upward, and your first take profit target is within this very area of interest. So we have this very fair value gap at this very point, which is a very important gap right here. Okay, market should move up and come into this very gap at this very point. So your first take profit target have to be within this very area. So to be very exact, this very price of 0.86, okay, 0.86 is your first take profit target, and your second take profit target obviously should be where we see this very spike right at this very point, that is $1.02, that is $1.02. Okay, and this is very important because I am expecting that the market from this very point where the market is right now begin to move all the way to the upside, and a breakout of this very point of interest should make the market to move into this very level in the next 2 weeks to 1 month. The fourth coin you should consider buying right now to make significant profits in the next 2 weeks to 1 month is Pi coin. So Pi, if you take a look at the price of Pi, if you've been following me on this channel, I've been telling you the price prediction on Pi, and it has been 90% accurate. And if you look at what the price have done in the past, I am on the 4-hour chart right here, you discover that markets have retraced significantly. If you take your Fibonacci retracement tool right here and you draw from where the market started moving from, that's the listing price, all the way up to this very close at this very point, you discover that the market have retraced below the 0.618, this very area right here. Okay, market has gone below it a little bit, and right now is the best time to buy to make profit in the next 2 weeks to 1 month, and this is very important. So consider it for a buy right now from where the market is. And the area you should consider taking profit, which is a key area of interest on this price action, is this very level. First profit target should be at this very point of 1.34. okay, this very area should be your first take profit target area, and your second take profit target area should be this very point of interest, because we have a very significant point of interest right here, and a lot of traders, especially big waves, are looking at this very point as well. So markets should move upward from where it is right now, if you buy right now, into this very area in the next 2 weeks to 1 month, and a breakout on this level of resistance should make the market to move into this very point. So your second take profit target is at this very point right here. This is a practical demonstration on how you should go about this, and this is what you should expect if you buy from this very area. Market is going to move upward, retrace, and move into our second take profit target on Coin. The number 5th coin you should consider buying right now for significant profit in the next 2 weeks to 1 month is Ethereum. You can say that Ethereum is very expensive right now. That is true, but if you buy with the least $50, $100, you should make significant profit. And here is why. If you look at this very Ethereum chart, it is covered that Ethereum has been coming all the way to the downside, and it has broken a very, very key level that no one was expecting for Ethereum to break in this very year 2025. No one was expecting Ethereum to go below this very price, but it happened. So right now there is blood on the street, and this is the right time to buy Ethereum for market to move all the way to the upside. And when you want to buy, you buy right here, okay, where the market is right now, and the market is going to move upward. And your first take profit target you should target is this very point of interest, because we see a drastic move from here all the way to the downside after this very move. So I'm expecting Ethereum to move up to this very point of $2,400. Okay, this very point, $2,400 for one Ethereum. In the next 2 weeks to 1 month, we should see a significant increase in the price of Ethereum into this very area, then possible retracement and then continuation to the upside. And your second take profit target should be at this very point of interest as well. Why this very area? Because if you look at this very chart, we have a wedge right here, which is a falling wedge, and the first time the market break out on this very area of important support, market come all the way to the downside, and then we see retracement to retest this very wedge, which means this very area is very, very important and is a point of interest on the chart. So the first take profit target for Ethereum is this very area of $2,400, and the second take profit target is this very area of $2,800 within this very point. This is very, very exact. Now, here is the deal. Very simple. So let's say you have $1,000 in your portfolio. That is 1,000 USDT. This is how you segment it, okay? For those that did not watch this video all the way to the very end, did not get this part. So let's say you have $1,000 in your portfolio. You use 3% to buy each of these coins. That means you use $30 to buy AVAX, you use $30 to buy Chainlink, you use $30 to buy ADA, you use $30 to buy Pi, and you use $30 to buy Ethereum. So $30, that is 3%, okay, of what you have. Let's say $1,000, for example. That means if you have $100 in your portfolio, that means you use 3% each for this very crypto. Buy right now and look at this take profit target. Once the market comes to this take profit target, please collect profit and exit the market. This is very, very important. If you gain value from this very video, consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe right now, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this very video, and also in the pinned comment for more crypto updates, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and on-chain data. Link in the description of this very video. It is a free channel. Join right now. Thanks for your support.